Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Reborn Rookie. As we saw in the last episode, the chairman tries to return to his own body but suffers a severe headache. We then see people entering the room and attempting to take Jun-yeon away. The chairman realizes that if he approaches his own body, both he and Jun-yeon could be destroyed. We see the chairman, currently inhabiting Jun-yeon's body, being held by others, but he manages to break free and escape. Yul saves him and pulls him aside, asking if he was the one who tipped off the news outlets. Yul is unaware that her father is the one inside that body. He asks, "What are you doing here? Weren't you in New York?" She is wearing a badge from the Choi family's company. The chairman asks, "Who said you work for my company?" At this, Yul grabs him and twists his arm. He tells her, "At a time like this, you should be thinking about your father." Yul replies, "Right now, I need to think about myself," adding that she also has revenge to exact. Just then, Seon arrives, and Yul flees the scene. The chairman's son and daughter appear and ask, "What did our father do to you? Can you tell us?" The chairman agrees to speak with them. We then see Yul overhearing Sang-jae telling a woman that it was likely the twins who hit that person, not the chairman. Upon hearing this, Yul realizes, "So, my siblings are involved in all this." Her mother then appears and takes her to her father's office, where she asks, "Why did you come here from New York? You know you are in danger from your siblings, right? You promised to stay away from Choiseong Company." She also mentions that their father will recover soon. Meanwhile, we see a group of people gossiping about whether the chairman or his two children were responsible for the incident. Yul is among them, reading the updates. In the next scene, we see the twins talking to each other. They mention that they have obtained the footage from that boy and deleted it. They claim to have handled everyone, including their father, and that only one guy remains. That person is none other than Jun-yeon. They approach him and ask, "Are you okay?" Little do the twins know that their father is sitting right there. He tells them they ought to think about their father. The twins retort, "Why should we think about him? He's too old." They then ask if he saw the people who hit him, implying, "Did you see our father's face?" Jun-yeon becomes furious upon hearing this and says, "Your father asked me to save you." However, they refuse to accept this, insisting that it was the two of them who caused the collision. The scene shifts to Choiseong Company, where people are whispering that the chairman is merely pretending to be in a coma. Some speculate that the twins were the ones who hit the boy, and the chairman is taking the blame upon himself. We then see Gong telling the press that her father was responsible for everything and that he was the reason they couldn't do anything. Afterward, the two of them are seen in the elevator. Gong asks why she is tarnishing their father's image so severely, warning that if he regains consciousness, he will kill them. She assures him that nothing of the sort will happen because her husband is in the same hospital as their father. He will never wake up. She explains that she has already handled everything, leaving only the matter of the man they need to pay off. The scene shifts to the chairman, who exits the house through a secret door and arrives outside the company. He learns that his company is facing scrutiny and that there is talk of dismantling it. Inside the company, a shareholders' meeting is underway where the twins argue that a new chairman must be elected immediately, in accordance with their father's wishes. However, Sang-jae insists that they take no action until they have concrete proof. Suddenly, a man rushes in to report that Jun-yeon is delivering a speech to the media. Alarmed by this news, everyone rushes to the scene, fearing he might reveal everything about the twins to the press. The chairman takes full responsibility, claiming that he was the one who caused the collision. He makes this admission to save the company, which he values more than his own life. The twins step forward and pledge their full support to the victim for any trouble caused by their father, and attempt to project a positive image to the media, after which the man leaves. The media starts following her as well. Just then, we see Yul leaving. Sang-jae follows her, stops her, and asks what she is doing there. She replies that she will let him know when the time is right, but asks him not to tell her siblings anything until then. After saying this, she leaves. Meanwhile, we see Jun-yeon, or rather, the chairman, who has arrived at the house using Jun-yeon's ID. Upon seeing the piles of trash, he flees, declaring that he cannot stay there for even a moment. He is delighted to be in this young body. He then starts thinking about how he needs to retrieve his cane. We see the twins together, discussing how the boy isn't ordinary, given that he managed to run away. Elsewhere, we see Gong's husband. He places an injection down and messages Gong to say he has left the items she requested. Next, we see the chairman sneaking into the room, specifically, the chairman's own room, where he retrieves his cane. Just then, the twins arrive and are about to kill him when the chairman regains consciousness. Gong grabs a pillow and tries to smother him. As the chairman struggles for breath, he manages to trigger the hospital alarm. The twins flee, and the chairman also manages to get away, though Gyul spots him leaving. She rushes to her father. Meanwhile, the chairman breaks down in tears over his children's actions. He remarks that it would have been better never to see a day like this. Meanwhile, at the hospital, we see Gong's husband informing everyone that the patient has suffered cardiac arrest and his condition has deteriorated further. At that moment, we see a young woman calling an elderly man to tell him that the chairman doesn't have long to live, he is going to die. The elderly man is pleased to hear this. Elsewhere, we see the chairman, still distressed, looking at a check he had issued. It bears a note indicating his desire for Choiseong. Seeing this, the chairman vows to secure Choiseong for himself. He then approaches the twins and suggests discussing a settlement, proposing that they work for his company. In the following scene, we see the chairman arriving to work as an intern at his own company. He spots Sang-jae and becomes emotional, saying, "I care about the chairman just as much as you do. I will come to you soon to ask for help, but until then, I cannot reveal anything." He repeats something the chairman had once told him. People around them are whispering, wondering what a shocker player like him could possibly do there. No one is willing to work with him. Just then, Gyul steps forward and offers to teach him everything, but the chairman arrives, and their boss begins speaking to him. He asks, "Is the project you started last time complete?" Everyone is shocked by this question. Gyul then approaches him and leads him away. She takes him aside and tells him that if he needs to meet someone, he should just do that instead of trying to act like the chairman. He asks what an intern is supposed to do, and then sits down at the computer. Gyul approaches him and asks if he doesn't know how to use Excel. An argument ensues, during which he refers to her as the chairman's daughter. Gyul pulls him aside and warns him never to call her by her full name or refer to her as the chairman's daughter in front of others again, or else she won't let him off easily. Meanwhile, Gyul recalls that specific moment, remembering that he was the person present when her father suffered cardiac arrest. Furious, she resolves not to let the matter rest until she has concrete proof. In the next scene, the chairman visits his boss to question why Gyul is working there. The boss explains that she assists with various tasks, essentially acting as a servant. Outraged, the chairman demands to know how they could treat someone's precious daughter that way. The boss remains silent, unable to object because the twins were the ones who hired her. Later, the chairman announces in front of everyone that there is no one to teach him Excel. He then blackmails Gyul into teaching him. However, Gyul leaves with the others, as they are all heading to a party. The chairman is left alone. At night, he logs into his account, copies all the documents onto a flash drive, and arrives at his office. Using a key, he opens his secret locker, retrieves a large amount of cash, gold, and a VIP card, and leaves. Meanwhile, we see Gyul conversing with some people. She overhears them discussing scams taking place within the company. Elsewhere, the chairman resumes living his luxurious lifestyle. In another scene, he is at a hospital where he meets a nurse, gives her some money, and instructs her to keep him updated on the chairman's condition and ensure it improves. Later, the chairman hands her a letter and asks her to deliver it to Sang-jae. The nurse complies. She explains that the chairman wrote the letter when he regained consciousness and hands it over. In a subsequent scene, Gyul approaches the chairman in his office and hands him a file. He asks, "Do you like this face?" Internally, she thinks, "I need to learn about you and gather evidence against you, that is why I am standing by your side." Afterward, everyone gathers for a meeting. Gyul holds a microphone, intending to speak, but the chairman snatches it away. He names 3 specific companies and orders that they cut ties with them. Gyul wonders how he knows about those companies, implying she had intended to bring them up herself. Sang-jae is furious, wondering how that girl found out about all these matters. Gyul questions him, asking, "How do you know about all this? You were on Sang-gang's side, so why are you speaking against him now?" In response, he indicates that he is actually on his side, referring to Sang Jae, and walks away. Yul asks, "Who are you, and what do you want to do?" The scene shifts to Sang Jae, who produces a letter and explains that the chairman wrote it when he regained consciousness. He reads the contents. No one from his bloodline is to become the company's owner, instead, any employee of the company is eligible to become the chairman. However, the twins dismiss the letter as a fake. Sang Jae reveals that they had 3 major foreign companies examine it, and all confirmed it was indeed the chairman's handwriting. The twins are left stunned. Just then, the chairman himself arrives and asks, "Can I become the chairman of this company?" With that, the episode ends. See you in the next episode, episode 3. Goodbye for now.